got a bit of a storm last night, guys. Probably about 3 inches. But it's all real wet, heavy snow, and it's supposed to drop below freezing tonight. So there's a few asphalt driveways we want to get cleaned up so it doesn't just turn to pure ice. Nothing's froze underneath, so we got to be real careful we don't tear lawns up. And just take our time. Back drag works pretty good on this pusher. The only thing I wish it had was see the holes in it right there to lose quite a bit of snow, but I think it was meant for just a short back drag, like short distance away from the grass, then you turn your tractor around, plow out. But I did weld some real thin metal on there this fall. You might have seen my video to try and stop the snow from going out through those holes, but didn't last very long. The welds broke, and so I just ended up ripping them all off. Some guys on YouTube say they don't like doing residential. They just like doing the contracts. They say there's no money in residential, but I enjoy doing residential. Make a decent wage at it. Get to talk to some nice people. You know, it's a way for you to. It's a way for your business to spread word of mouth. Whether it's dirt work in the summer, lawn mowing. You know, it all, you pick up more work just by doing a little snow removal for residential customers. Once they find out the services that you offer through the summer months and fall months, then they give get you for more work. So yeah, I enjoy doing them. And yeah, you'll get some driveways that are nightmares. Try and get in and out of with a big machine like this, but just take your time. Try not to damage nothing. Right now we're sitting at just over 70 residential driveways. And we've already had some people ask us for next year. Because I found, you know, 70 was kind of the magic number for me to get around to everybody at a decent time. Just make sure the people that have to be to work in the morning are cleaned out for sure. But you know, the older people that are retired, they like to get out before lunch or whatever and go to the store. So normally I would plow right over to the woods, the tree line, but it's the end of the asphalt right there and it's just gravel, so it's just too soft. Some customers I shovel the steps, not all of them. Some customers hire me to do the walkway and the steps. We just have an agreement. They're whenever it's a big storm, I do the steps at the end. I'll do their driveway first, and then I'll come back when I'm done all my driveways and clean their steps off. Just because it takes a little longer and don't want to keep other people waiting. I think there's probably 4 that I do total with the steps. like this one here, for instance. But some of the driveways with this tractor being so tall, it's really hard to get in and around these limbs, and I've already broke one of my mirrors on the left side here. I already shattered the glass out of it. So I talked to a few of the customers, and they said, yeah, no problem, just cut them. So I'm going to go around this spring with my pole saw and just cut them off. Can't keep breaking mirrors. Lights, that'll be next, my top lights. That is one nice thing about guys doing residential driveways with skid steers. You get to the end, make one push, get to the end, spin around, push on your way out. You know, it saves time. But on the other hand, with the tractor, when I'm done this driveway, I'll get to my next driveway faster than the skid steer. So each one's got its pros and cons, I guess. I'm thinking a small commercial parking lot, skid steer would probably be better than a tractor, because you could just, if the parking lot allows you to push the snow to both ends, you could make one push, spin around, push the other way, and you would be done, you know, twice as fast than with a tractor. By the time you put it in reverse, turn around, get set up, get lined up again for your next pass. Before I bought a piece of equipment, I racked my brain for days, hours. I'm sure you've done the same thing. You know, watch videos. What should I buy? What should I buy? Which piece of equipment? Skid steer, tractor, truck, loader, small compact loader. You know, what do you buy? In my situation, they all come down to prices on different pieces of equipment. They all have their own individual promotions, and I just found at the time the tractor was the way to go. Dealer support and overall job that I needed it for. Yeah, so I guess figuring out what machine to buy first starting out the snow removal business for me was first thing, you know, what can I afford for equipment. Second thing would be dealer support, how close the dealer is to me in case something goes wrong. Warranty work. The third thing was buying one piece that I could use for multiple different jobs, summer, for all seasons. So with the tractor, I'm able to do the snow removal. I'm able to do dirt work in the summer without having to load my tractor on a trailer and haul it to the job site, because I live in a small community where I can just drive the tractor to the job site from my home. So that saved me from having to buy a equipment trailer. and I'm able to work the tractor year round. If I'd have bought a skid steer, it would have been slower. Maybe it would have been a little faster doing the driveway with snow, but it would have been slower going to the next driveway for travel speed. And then in the summertime, if I have a dirt job 3 kilometers across town or 5 kilometers across town, I probably would have had to get a trailer to put the skid steer on and take it to that job. So that would have been another expense. And another thing you want to think of is when you buy something you can use year round to make you money, that skid steer or that compact loader or whatever it may be, that can always be your second purchase. You know, once you get a good clientele established, you have lots of work lined up, that can always be a second piece of gear that you can add to your business later. I do asphalt seal coating, driveway sealing in the summertime, and I buy my sealer in big 1,000-liter totes. And that was another reason why I chose this tractor, because this size tractor was pretty much the only thing I could lift the pallet of sealer off the back of my pickup. Before, I was having to hire local contractor with a forklift to come down and unload my sealer, and if he was busy at the time, my sealer had to sit on back of the truck until he was freed up. If I didn't need such a big machine to unload my sealer totes, I probably would have went with a L6060 or an L4060. But with this tractor here, I can just barely lift the full totes of sealer off the back of my truck, so it worked out good for me.